Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Math Today. Woohoo! It's Math Monday. Do the Math Monday dance. Do the Math Monday dance. Hey, today we're going to go ahead. And last week you finished up chapter 11. This week's going to be exciting. It's your last week of actual math homework. So we're going to go ahead today and finish up chapter 11. And then tomorrow I have a special assignment for you. So before we take our test today, I'd like to do a quick review. I generally don't like to have test on Monday, but let's get it over with, right? So first of all, we did last week on Thursday, the review here. And vocab is so important. And you know Mrs. Swin always gives you a vocabulary test. It's important to know those words because you're going to be using those and hearing those in the next book, our next chapters following for next year. So let's go ahead and get started. My review, the vocabulary check. These were the words that we had: length, inch, estimate, measure, foot, yard, centimeter, meter. So let's go ahead and choose or make our best choices. You can blank to find a number close to an exact number. A couple clues here. When I see something like exact number, if it's close to an exact number, and these are just tips Mrs. Swint finds helpful. I see the word E for exact. So then I think to myself, kind of an exact number. When I estimate something. So when you estimate, that's close to that main number. Number 2, blank is how long or how far away something is. So I'm trying to figure out how far something is or how long it is. Well, again, I like to look at the word long, and I see an L, and that tells me length. Length is something that tells us how long or how far away something is. Number 3, a paper clip is about one blank long. Well, I have to remember when I had my rulers out, a paper clip is about 1 inch. In fact, there's one here by my foot because Mrs. Swin's been so busy doing her work. So this little tiny paper clip is about 1 inch long. So I will find the word inch, and I'm going to put it right here. Paper clips are 1 inch. A blank is equal to 3 feet. Well, I know 3 feet would be 3 rulers. And when I lined 3 rulers up, that was a yard. So I know that a yard is 3 feet. Number 5, to blank is to find the length, height, and weight using standard or non-standard. And that's when I measure something. When I measure, I'm finding the length, height, and weight. So I might measure how tall something is. I might measure the weight of someone. I'm measuring them. I think that's a good way to remember is when you go to the doctor's office and you do your well checkups, they always measure, they take your weight, they're checking your growth. Number 6, a base 10 cube. Those are those little tiny cubes that we had in school, and they're just about the length of my pinky. That's a centimeter. It's 1 centimeter is a cube. A blank is equal to 12 inches. Well, I've said it over and over again, just even today. A foot. So think of your dad's foot. Maybe it's about 12 inches long. Number 8, a blank is equal to 100 centimeters, and that's a meter stick. A meter stick is real similar to a yardstick. It's just got actually about 3 more inches added onto it. So it's 100 centimeters. Centi, we remember that word meant 100. All right, so now you're all good with vocab. Let's take, when you did your practice test last week, I'm going to pull that up. We always take practice test 1A. So we kind of get in the swing of what the test is going to ask you. So use a number line to answer the questions. Circle the answers. So before this, my iPad over here is flashing. We need a joke for the day. How could I forget? All right. The first joke for today is this. How do you keep a bull from charging? Take away its credit card. How about this one? What did the evil hen lay? Deviled eggs. How about this one? Why did the clock get asked to leave the library? It wouldn't quit talking. Talking. I think that's funny. All right, back to test. So the practice test. First of all, they're asking, how long is the crayon? Well, I have to look at the crayon. It's right here. It starts at 12 and it ends at 20. So I have to know how many increments. I can either subtract 20 minus 12 to get the answer, or I could count the increments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could circle 8, and that would be the correct answer. How long is the pencil sharpener? Well, this is the pencil sharpener. And again, I could subtract 14 from 17, or I could simply count the increments. And there's 3 increments. So it's 3 centimeters. So again, 3 centimeters. So now we're going to go ahead and let's bounce down to number 3. And the question is this: how much longer is the crayon than the pencil sharpener? Well, if I had to go ahead and whenever I hear words like how much longer, I know it's operation subtraction. So I need to subtract. I'm going to subtract 8 minus 3, and I'm going to get 5 centimeters. On number 4, it says, how much shorter is the pencil sharpener than the crayon? And again, how much shorter something is means you're going to subtract the numbers. And I always subtract the larger number is always on top. I subtract the smaller number from the larger number. So the pencil sharpener we said was 3 and the crayon was 8. How much shorter? Again, 5 centimeters. So let's go ahead then on to the back side of that page from yesterday or Thursday. Read each question carefully, choose the correct answer. A teacher's desk is 6 foot long. How many yards long is that? Well, we know there's 3 feet in 1 yard. So how many threes are in 6? If you're not sure, remember, you can always go ahead and put up maybe put 6 marbles up. We put a circle around 3 of the marbles. That's 1 yard, and another circle around the other 3, and that's going to be 2. So I know there's 2 yards in 6 feet. How many inches long is your index finger? Well, if you look at your index finger, 20 would be very, very long. And 10 is pretty darn long, 10 inches. So your index finger, the only logical answer would be 3 inches. On number 7, we have to read our line plot. On the line plot, which measurement is different from the others? So if we take a look at all of our line plots here, what we see is that right here, 5 centimeters is different. There were the thumb length, 1, 2, 3, 4 is our frequency. So 4 people have 3 centimeters as a thumb length. We have 4 people that have 4 centimeters. We have 4 people that have 6 centimeters, but only 2 have 5 centimeters. So you would have circled 5. On number 8, it says Steve is 3 inches taller than a yard. How many inches tall is Steve? We know that a yard is 36 inches. So then I'm going to add 3 more inches to that. 36, 37, 38, 39. You've got 39 inches. Morgan wants to measure the length of the school bus. What tool would she use? Well, school buses are pretty big, aren't they? So I'm not going to probably use I'm going to try to choose my best choice here. A centimeter ruler, that needs those little teeny tiny parts. I'm not going to use a centimeter ruler. I'm not even going to use an inch ruler. I'm going to use a yardstick. That's the best choice. Now, if they would have had a measuring tape there, I probably would have used a measuring tape. But yardstick's the best choice in this case, so that would have been your correct answer. All right, kids, go ahead, get busy. Start with your vocab. Go ahead with test 2A. It's your last test for this year, and so do well, take your time, check it. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.